guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tyranny, as most of you might know. I am a transfer student at the Mississippi Valley State University. I am a sophomore and my major is biology. So today I'm coming to you to talk about my transfer experience. So just a disclaimer, this is in no way, form, or fashion trying to bash or talk about the school I was currently at or the school I am currently attending. So for the first thing, I'm trying not to go in any particular order, but I'm gonna start with academics. So here it is a little bit different. The grading scale is completely different, but the work is a little bit harder depending on who your professors are and stuff like that. I can truly say that. Me being here, it is October right now, and me being here since August. Some people came in September, but me being here since August, I've been able to kind of get a feel for how things go here and how things flow here. The pace here and the pace at my previous school are two different things, so it's not hard to catch up, but it's a little bit of adjustment. So yeah, academically I haven't really had a problem. Midterms was 2 weeks ago. I could say I did well, depending on what your definition of well is, but yeah. So yeah, I've been home twice since I've been here, and I love that because at my previous school, I couldn't really go home as much because it was 6 hours away versus here being 2 hours, and it's really not bad. So I've been home twice. I do miss kind of the distance from my family, but at the same time, I love it now because it's nothing I can't call my grandma for or call my cousins or aunt for, so it's no big deal. One thing I've noticed here that's different from my previous school is the staff. The staff here, they're a little bit more on the nurturing side, and they really promote being a family, and they love to smother you. I know the lady, when I call at the desk for the lady that I call for my department, she picks up the phone every time. She's like, "Hey," and I tell her my name. She's like, "Hey," and it's she loves me and I love her, and she's amazing. Shout out to Dorsey Watts. But yeah, she's amazing. So yeah, I love that. I love the cafeteria workers, even though 2 of them are my cousins, but that's besides the point. I love the cafeteria workers. They're amazing. They know what I like to drink. They know what I like to eat. It's great. The food here is different. It has a little bit more flavor, but I think that's a northern and a southern thing. Not saying that people up north don't have no flavor in their food. I'm just saying down here it's a little bit, they gonna put a little bit more pepper in your food. So I love that too. Now when I first came here, I know some people are going to be like, well, why would she do this? But when I first came here, I actually started an organization called Agape Outreach Association. And it's basically a community service-based organization where we work on getting students out in the community that their school is based in. And I go to Mississippi Valley State University, so if you know the city that it is located in, then you know what it is. So yeah, I started that organization, and it has been rocky. So far I've hosted 2 events, and kind of 3, but it's been well so far. I think at the beginning I was so dependent on getting help from other people and including other people in what I had going on, that I was missing the big idea. And the idea was to simply start it, get it up and running, and making sure people know who you are and what you stand for. Scratch. Let me just say, this organization, it has been different. It's been different for me. It's been hard at times, but it hasn't been too hard for me. So yeah. But I think with me, I have to learn being here. Sometimes you're gonna have to back yourself. Sometimes you're gonna have to go at it alone, because you just can't always depend on other people to do things that you know you can do. So if you're wanting to start an organization, if you're wanting to start something on your college campus, make sure you're 100% confident that it can work. During COVID right now, I don't know why I got quiet. I think it's because of the air. But during COVID right now, it's difficult to do a lot of things, but there's still things that you could do. You can do virtual events and events that don't involve a lot of people. You can do certain things. And I think for me, being a transfer student during a pandemic, it has been hard, and some parts make me miss my old school, but then it's like, it's only like this because it's during a pandemic. So yeah, this organization has shaped me in a way to make me realize that you can't always depend on other people. So yeah. Lastly, I really want to talk about this topic, and I think this is gonna be like the sum up of a transfer student's experience. When you first get here, or when you first transfer and you get to your new school, don't think it's just gonna be easy and you're gonna meet new people and click with them and da da da. Like, no. For me, it was hard. It still is hard for me to find good, genuine people who I want around me. It's still hard because people already have their friend groups. People already have who they want to be around. People already know what they like and what they don't like, and who they want to be around, who they don't want to be around. So it's like, oh, she's a new girl. Oh, that's nice, but okay, she's the new girl. Let's keep it pushing. We're cordial. It's not gonna be like, oh, are you a part of the gang now? No. So for me, I had to fall more in love with the idea of being by myself. I have a room by myself. I love being in this room, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but I love being in this room. It keeps me out of so much, and it keeps me away from so many things. And people don't realize that. I tell my best friends all the time, like, I love coming in my room and just watching the Parkers and watching girlfriends. Like, that makes me happy. And I think when I was trying to get friends and stuff like that, I started to stray away from so many things. I started to stray away from my academics and my organization and stuff like that. So me being able to balance both, I guess you could say, meeting people and my academics and me spiritually. So I think one thing about me, when I first came here, I was alone and I felt alone. So that made me fall into what I believed in and my religion, and made me read more, and made me talk to my mom and my best friends more and all this stuff. So doing that and figuring out myself and what I like, I actually took the time to sit down and write down things I like and what I don't like, and what I want in life, what I want to become, what I want to study, things I want to invest in. I did all that just sitting down and just talking to myself. So being alone, I think people get this confused with being lonely. Being alone is you're being alone by yourself, and you're good. You're strapped in. Being lonely is you're in a room with a million people and you're still by yourself. You still feel like you're alone. You still feel like you're by yourself. That's the difference. Me being in my room, I'm happy alone. I love to enjoy my own space. I love to I have realized that there's nothing wrong with wanting to be to yourself and wanting to stay in yourself. Now, in high school, I was an extrovert, and in my freshman year, I was an extrovert. But I think when I got here, I became sort of both. It's nothing that a person can do. I won't be like, oh, hey, and da. Like, if you're speaking, I'm going to speak back to you. It's nothing that makes me like, I don't want to speak. No, I'm going to speak. We can have a conversation. You can do whatever. But I had to realize I can't keep comparing who I was with who I'm trying to become. So once I realized that friends aren't something that you just got to have, because if you want it, it's gonna come to you. You just have to be patient. If you want a relationship, it's gonna come. Everything's gonna come to you when it's time for you to have it. It's not just gonna come to you when you first get here. Now, some people, like maybe freshmen, this does apply to you too, but when you first get here, or when you first get to college and you transfer and you think, oh, well, I don't know no one. Some people make group chats. Some people do stuff like that. Me personally, I don't really do well in group chats because I'm really not the like funny one when it comes to groups and people I don't know. If it's not a group chat about an organization and we're talking about business or something, then I can't really like vibe with it. But that's just me. Everybody's different. So yeah, I think that was my main thing to really like address when I started this video. But when I was making this, or trying to make this video, I've recorded this video maybe like 5 times now, or at least tried to, and it was something that I was always saying wrong. But I honestly think everybody's transfer, everybody's first time experience in college is gonna be different. And for me, mine was figuring out that not everything's gonna come to you easy. Not everything's gonna come to you just fast and quick. Some things in life you're actually gonna have to wait for. Some things you're just gonna have to be patient enough, especially if you want it really bad and you want it bad enough, you're gonna wait for it. And me falling more in love with myself and realizing what I believe, and actually taking the time to figure out what music I like and what music I don't like. It's just stuff like that, and small stuff like that. It's reasons why I like being alone. And I know some people are like, well, what are you doing tonight? Or what do you want to do tonight? I want to be in my room. I want to be to myself. But that's not all the time. But sometimes I just really want to stay to myself. There are times where I do want to get out and I do just want to walk around and do whatever. Now I do, but you really can't do all that, because look, I'm a woman and I'm a black woman. Can't be walking by myself too much, especially at night. So yeah, I think that's a bit like that's all for this video. I just so if you have my Snap, then you know that I said I was gonna do my Motivational Monday on my YouTube channel. So, well, I'm gonna start doing them on my YouTube channel. Every Monday, expect a video. I'm not gonna promise y'all that, but just expect one. So, for this Motivational Monday, even though it's Wednesday, I want you all to keep in mind, and I said this earlier in my video, it's nothing wrong with going at things alone. It's nothing wrong with backing yourself. And whatever you do, make sure you're your number one supporter. Make sure you're your number one fan. If you play basketball, or if you play football, but you cheer, volleyball, anything, you don't even have to be a sport. If you do something, make sure you got your little self, like, you know, in the movies how they have their little bodies, like they'll have an angel on this side and devil. We just gonna bump the devil off. Just make sure you have yourself right there. Make sure yourself saying, go self, go self, go self. There's nothing wrong with backing yourself. Back yourself. Back yourself, fool. 100%. Yeah, so thank you for watching. See you next video. Bye.